Welcome to Chat on the Go, and my name is Malibu Success Madisha. Today's story is of black excellence. In high school, she was already taken by the idea of becoming a teacher. Little did she know that at the age of 26, she'll be a principal of a private school. I can't wait to have a chat and have a Seattle coffee in Queen's Quarter with my guest, Gugu Precious Mlambo. Let's talk about your upbringing, where you grew up, any siblings, both the parents. How was your childhood like?
I was raised by both my parents. So my parents have 3 children altogether. I have my sister, then it's my brother, and then I'm the last one. My childhood, compared to some of my friends, mine is very weird or very different.
Okay, how
I grew up in a very strict household.
Okay.
And then I was also just I was a bookworm. All I did was go to school, come back home, go to school, come back home. My dad bought me all the toys that I need, everything I needed, so there was never a reason for me to be out in the streets.
Yeah.
Although I did enjoy being out, but I didn't have enough reason to always be out gallivanting. My siblings were much older than me, so we didn't really play together. However, we have a very strong connection because then we were always at home on weekends with our parents, and we had a family business.
Okay.
So my dad.
What kind of a business?
So we have a shop.
Okay.
So my grandparents used to own it. So it got passed down. And when we were young, I remember a lot of our lives was sometimes in the weekends we'd go and work there for a little bit without getting paid. So our parents taught us responsibility from a
it's
very
amazing
young age.
because I grew up in Vegas for my first few years of my childhood, and we also had a tuck shop. So I used to work there,
Yeah, my mom sold Easter eggs from home. At some point, she sold bunny chows. I was exposed
And all
to
the
a lot of
fries and the
business.
oils and whatnot. But they taught you something. And what is it that the business taught you?
For me, it didn't teach me to be business-minded because here I am, I don't own a business.
Yeah.
But it did teach me to be responsible.
Yeah.
So I think from a young age, I learned to just be goal-driven.
Yeah.
Be responsible and know that every single action has a consequence.
As a consequence. It's amazing because you are young, yet at your age, while other kids were probably wanting to be a doctor, wanting to be a lawyer, you already knew that you want to be a teacher.
Yes.
How did that come about?
That's an interesting journey. When I was young, like Banababa, we used to play, and I'd always want to be the teacher, play the role of a mother.
Yeah.
But I didn't take it seriously, until I really got to varsity. And my first, I won't lie, I'll be honest, my first degree option was hospitality.
Oh,
Because
nice.
I did consumer studies at school and I wanted to be a chef, and I thought,
Are you domesticated though?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I learned that in high school, not naturally.
Oh,
I had to learn that skill. I had to learn.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a chef. And then I got to varsity. It was a bit expensive. However, when I applied, teaching was an option. And then I changed on the day when we were supposed to finalize applications. I went to UJ and I said, you know what, I want to change this and I want to be teaching. We did the theory. I was a bit bored.
Yeah.
Until my first practical. That's when I knew that this is what I wanted to do.
Actually, I was about to ask, what made you to decide that this one is for me?
Okay, so we're doing theories all the time in varsity. Then came, I think it was April.
Okay.
Between March and April, we had to go on our first practical. So you go to any school of your choice, you become a student teacher just to get exposed to what education is.
And
this
just
was
so you can be
2011.
sure if this is for you.
Yes,
Okay.
and this is my first year studying. And I went and I picked a school in Soweto. It was very far from where I stayed, but for me it was worth
You were staying in Naturena
in
at the
Naturena
time.
at the time, and I was traveling to Pimbo.
Oh, wow.
That's where the school was located.
Yeah.
And I did my practicals for a week there, and that changed me.
Wow.
At that moment, after those practicals, that's when I knew that this is what I want.
I've come to experience your personality.
Yes.
However, I'm getting to my next question. But let's tackle this one first. How do you feel about people who pursue teaching for the sake of either money or being educated? Because nowadays there's a lot of bursary opportunities, either for people who can afford to study whatever that they want to do.
Yes.
How do you feel about people who go for teaching just for the sake of it?
I don't know. I feel like they're putting themselves in a difficult position because this is someone's life they're dealing with. And our kids, when they come into our school gates, we're not just looking at a human being that wants to gain knowledge. There's a lot of socio-emotional stuff that add to how they are at school. And if you don't have the passion and the love for helping people, it's going to be very difficult. I mean, I can't imagine if a child is to fall down and bleed, and you're the first person they come to, but it's not your passion. How are you going to help the child?
Actually, you're right, because we are actually trusting you with our children's lives for like what, 8 hours?
8 hours.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And I mean, the child needs to be comfortable in the sense that they don't keep something in the whole day and only wait to go home to town. If your child
so you must be approachable.
If they're unhappy at school, they need to be able to approach me or any individual in the school and say, listen, this is what's happening, I need help. For me, what I want my kids at school to be. I call them my kids because they're the only children I have. I want them to be happy. I want them to be happy. If they're happy, I feel like I've done something in life. Because when somebody's happy, they're productive. They can work. They can take in knowledge. But if they're unhappy, they will sit there and listen to you, but they're not taking anything in because
and obviously you're going to see in how they perform.
Yeah.
What qualities must a teacher possess?
You must have a lot of love.
Yeah.
Like you must have tons of love. You must be able to hold space for people because besides, kids come with their own baggage. They come with their own
from different households.
They come with different personalities, and if you're someone who lacks love, you're going to find it very hard to understand them. You need to have patience because those little ones want to be heard all the time. They want to be heard.
They want
the one
attention.
thing they love is just you sitting and listening to them. Whether you're in a class and you're teaching a serious lesson and a child tells you about their weekend, you just have to give them an opportunity. Even if it's not now, at some point you need to give them an opportunity. You need to care. You need to genuinely care for people. You need to have people skills. It's very important.
Very important.
Because you need to have
you deal with different people, the
parents,
parents, the
specific
teachers.
body language, a certain way of relating to them. Kids need a lot of love. One thing I've noticed is they just need love.
Wow. Let's talk about the journey of now. You are a principal. Yay!
At my age.
Yeah, at your age. Let's talk about that, the journey. How did the whole thing begin? I mean, you're studying, you graduate, and where does this start?
It's interesting. So, studied 15 May in 2015. I finished my degree. That's the day when I actually graduated. So, while studying actually, I was working part-time in a retail shop. And then beginning of 2015, I moved up and into the cosmetics industry. So I was working as a makeup artist in a beauty brand for a very popular makeup brand, skincare brand as well. I worked, and then 15th of May I graduated. Then on 30th of April my contract ended. And
don't forget to sip your coffee.
And I decided that I'm going to stay home. But I was job seeking. In the teaching industry, and I went knocking on so many doors. It's very difficult.
Is it that difficult in the teaching industry?
It's very difficult. It's not as easy as
I thought you're done with the degree and you get a job.
No, you don't immediately get absorbed into the system. It works quite differently. I didn't have any bursary. My sister funded my studies, so
you literally had to knock doors.
I had to knock on doors. So just as I left the beauty industry and they were telling me, no, we're opening another branch somewhere else, and because of your good sales, we want to move you to that branch. And I agreed. But then I was also seeking a job in the teaching industry. So I put my CV online, I think it was on Indeed. Where I put my CV. Then I got an email, there's a school looking for a teacher. I knew nothing about school. I knew absolutely nothing about Spark schools, and I was like, I'm just going because I need a job. And on the 10th of June in 2015, I went for my interview. And one of the questions
this was like just a teacher's post.
A teacher's post. A teacher's
for
post.
what subject?
English. I want to teach English. And they asked.
Is that one of
my majors?
Your majors?
So I majored in English and then I did psychology as well. So then they asked me, why are you here? I'm like, I want to be honest, I don't know much about the school. All I know is I love teaching, and this is where I want to be. Then they asked me, other than teaching, what would you do? I'm like, I'd sing until I die.
Can you sing?
Yes.
Do you want to bless us?
I'll sing at the end.
Okay.
I'll sing at the end.
We'll hold you to that.
Please hold me to that. So then I got hired, right? The next day I got an email that my interview was successful. But however, this was only for next year, which is 2016.
Oh, so you still had to wait.
I still had to wait. And then I told the company I was working for that, you know what, I don't even want this other post. I'm going to spend the rest of the year sitting at home and just reflecting and getting ready for next year. That's how excited I was.
And preparing yourself.
And preparing yourself.
Because now you're about to meet these souls.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, then a month later they called me, so in the year 2015. And the lady said, listen, what are you doing for the rest of the year? And like, as I said in my interview, I'm going to be sitting and waiting for 2016.
Yeah.
And then they offered me a temporary course for a month to be a blended learning facilitator.
Okay.
Back then it was called tutors.
Okay.
So we worked in the learning lab. We worked with kids on computers and we also tutored them in small groups.
Okay.
And I agreed. And I said, yeah, a month, it's fine. It keeps me busy. And then
so you also had to check if the school that you were getting into, is it something that you'd love to be part of, and also to believe in the ideology of the school?
Yes, I felt it's a good opportunity for me to understand the culture, the mission and the vision of the school. So I worked for a month, and then while I was working for that month, which I started on the 20th of July 2015, then,
oh my gosh, Gugu, you're such a teacher. You remember the dates as well?
Yes,
Wow.
that's how impactful working for this company has been for me.
Okay.
I can't forget. You know?
Yeah.
So then I started in 2015 and I worked at their Crystal branch. Okay. And then while I was working there, then I was called in to go for training at the branch in Granby. And I thought it's just training.
Yeah.
And then I got there and I was told, listen, we're taking you permanently.
Wow.
We're going to work at Granby for the rest of the year.
Then can I
as
ask,
a BLF.
you're no longer now waiting for next year.
2016.
Basically, you've already started.
I've already started.
Oh, nice. That was
I'm starting as a BLF. And then I worked.
What is a BLF?
A blended learning facilitator. So we work in the learning lab, we work with computer programs, and then we also tutor kids in small groups. Yeah, and then I worked at Granby to the end of 2015, and 2016 I started as a teacher.
Wow. And then when were you appointed as a principal?
Okay, so I taught in 2016, and then in 2017 I was invited to be on a Trailblazer program, which is an instructional leadership program that they put teachers on.
Okay.
So there's specific criteria they use, how well your kids have passed, and your overall performance in the school. So I was invited on the program. Initially, I was not ready because I thought, I've just started teaching and I really enjoyed it. But then I accepted the opportunity after thinking about it for some time. So in 2017, while I was a teacher, again in grade 1 teaching literacy, I then went on this program. We went on multiple trainings, we went on multiple courses, we learned about leadership, we went on true meaning of care, and it exposed you to a lot of things about leadership. And then, if I remember correctly, it was the 24th of October in 2017, then I went for my interview.
The principal position?
No, it was assistant principal position.
Oh, assistant principal, okay.
And then I went
But how did you feel about that? Already an assistant principal?
Yeah, that was
it means you are ticking all the right boxes.
Yeah.
So early.
At the time, I didn't think it was going to happen. I was just going because I knew I knew that all I wanted was to work with children. That's one thing I knew. Where it would take me, I didn't know. But all I knew is that I wanted to work with children, and I would work anywhere as long as I can work with children and I can be impactful. So I went for my interview. Then the next day they told me, you've been successful. You are now going to be assistant principal, and that's how I moved to Pretoria.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
But then now, an assistant principal, let's just fast forward the whole thing. You are principal actually at my son's school.
Yes.
Now, what does this role mean? I mean, it's a big responsibility.
It is.
What does it mean? I mean, the first day you got that call, you are appointed as a principal.
Yeah.
What went through your mind?
Are these people crazy? That's what went through my mind. But again, for me it was a challenge. And my dad always
Did you
tells me,
pinch yourself? Like
No.
Oh, okay.
I was alone when I found out, but I believed it, but I didn't have a choice to sort of, I don't know why. At the moment I'm like, but I decided, you know what, this is it. You're in or you're out. And my dad, always told me, never be afraid of a challenge, because you might learn something. Even if you fail, you will come out having learned a lesson. Being a principal is not easy. One thing I know
especially
is
at a young age, right?
Yes. At my age, it's really not easy. I become a mother to these children, which is something
And
I'm not even a mom.
You are not even a mom.
I'm not even a mother.
So you
myself.
don't even understand the dynamics of being a
I
mother.
don't understand the dynamics.
But you have to learn on the job.
But I had to learn on the job.
Yeah.
And I had to be a mom, and I don't complain. I love it, and the kids know I will always make that little bit of time up for them. But again, it has to be a leader, which is very difficult. A lot of the people I work with are my age, so personally we can relate.
Yeah.
And there's that fine line you have to draw.
Yeah.
That okay, we may be the same age, we relate very well on a personal level. However, when I'm here, I'm in a leadership position.
Yes, I'm your boss.
I don't like the word boss.
I know.
But
you're a boss.
But I'm a leader, I'm a coach, I'm a mentor for them, and
Yes.
I need to lead by example. So it's a very interesting job. But it's, for me, the beautiful part of it is watching people grow.
Yeah.
There's nothing more that I enjoy than being able to inspire
Someone. And make an impact on someone's life.
That's my purpose, to give hope.
You know, one other thing that made me and my husband to choose the school that you are heading was the fact that you're young, you're black, and you're female. Because we feel strongly about black excellence, and we wanted to expose our son to the fact that you don't have to be white for you to be successful. Because remember, when we were growing up, success was associated with being white.
Yes.
People believe that you have to go to a private school in order for you to get ahead in life,
Yes.
for you to be successful.
Yes.
But we thought, no.
Yeah.
We want our son to associate success with
Yes.
blackness,
Yes.
with being African.
Yes.
And when we saw you at the school, it was like, this is it.
Yeah.
But also, where I'm getting with this question is, your school,
Yeah.
the choice of music that you guys play at Sparks Fly,
Yeah.
the culture, there's a lot of Africanism in it.
Yes.
Why is that?
I'll be very honest. I don't know. I think my staff, it's what they relate to, and
Okay.
they look at what do the kids enjoy.
Okay.
And a lot of our music, we try and choose music that speaks to our core values at school. So at Spark, we have 5 essential core values, which is service, persistence, achievement, responsibility, and kindness. Then at Spark Maple, we have our individual unique 6th core value, which is vision. So we try and pick songs that speak about that. So that's how we drive the core values into the kids. That's how we teach them what does it mean to show service. Because kids that age relate a lot to music, and they love singing and dancing. So that's why we have the kind of songs that we choose. Then we also choose fun songs where they can get to dance and be themselves. And we choose what is appropriate for them, but also what is in fashion currently. They are the biggest reasons for our choices. They
And
influence our
I
choices.
think what I like about Sparks, they expose, or rather, how do I rephrase this? They promote young people into teaching. Majority of your staff, they're
Yes.
actually young.
Yeah, and
I think
from
it's
us too.
amazing. It's amazing also because now our children can have someone who's young, and you've got a lot of black as well that they can aspire to be like, who can find inspiration from. So I think, talk to me about the culture. How do you think the culture of Sparks is different from a traditional school?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, our biggest focus is first instilling those core values in those kids.
Yeah.
So we want to teach our kids, what does it mean to show service? What does it mean to be persistent? And the skills they learn at our school is not something they can only apply at school, but they can apply them in real world problems.
Yeah.
In the real world. How can
Yeah.
they show service? If you go home, help mom and dad, pack your toys. That's you showing service to your parents. That's you showing kindness to them, because instead of expecting them to do it for you, you're going to show them you are responsible and you're going to do it for them. So our biggest thing first is to instill those core values in the kids.
Yeah.
And we ask them to show it to their teachers, to show it to their peers. We try and trickle it to make sure it ripples into the household. So this is how you can show service at home. This is how you can show achievement at home. If you do everything mom and dad says you must do, that's you showing achievement. And we make them believe in themselves. We're a school that wants to instill hope in our kids, for them to know that you can and you will. And once you've made it, celebrate it. So at Spark, we're very big about celebrations.
Yeah.
So we celebrate teacher achievement. We celebrate student
Scholars,
achievement. So we have lots of claps.
And you
we
celebrate us.
Yes, as parents. We celebrate the smallest of smallest things. If a
Yeah.
child gets an answer correct in the classroom, we give them a clap. So we don't wait for your big assessments to encourage the kids, but the little tiny moments that a lot of our schools can overlook, those are the little things that we celebrate. If a child can behave and meets the expectations that we have, we celebrate that. We give them core values.
Yeah.
We reward them. Fridays we have prize day in our weekly this week. Well done.
That's
so we believe in
amazing.
positive reinforcement. So we
Absolutely.
reward kids for showing excellence, and what this does, it motivates them to be excellent all the
better.
time.
Yeah.
Something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, but you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, something inside so strong.
Amen.
Thank you.
What is your proudest moment in your teaching career? That's
My proudest moment. Ooh, I'll cry.
I got tissues.
It has to have been in 2016.
Yeah.
There's a boy that I taught. He's very special to me.
Okay.
I hope you'll see this one day. His name is Babali. He's very, very special to me.
You're allowed to cry.
When I first encountered him, I was like, oh my God. You know, it was very hard. But partnering with his mom, the amount of growth he made, the amount of growth that boy made from how he was in the beginning and how he became at the end of the year, it was absolutely amazing. It absolutely amazed me. And to see how much of an impact parent engagement has on the child's overall success is so important. I am forever grateful for meeting that boy. I'm grateful to his mom for allowing me to work hard and push him as much as I did, because I saw something in him and I said, if I work closely with this boy, he's going to improve. And I can only be grateful for the opportunity. And I think if I wasn't working for a school like Spark, I wouldn't have been able to personalize learning for him, because he learns differently from his peers.
Yeah.
And with the way we do things at Spark, I was able to say, you know what, this is what I have to teach, but he needs this much time to learn. And I was given that opportunity to work with him at his pace to get him to where he needs to be. And the amount of growth he has made, I speak about him all the time.
Wow.
He through him, I stayed here and I believed in what I did. Because it works.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you for teaching kids like Babalo what you've taught them. Thank you for being patient. And also thank you for availing yourself. Thank you for being selfless.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Wow. Gugu's story is a powerful one because it's believable, because she's one of our own. Gugu's story is inspiring because she's a black child. And I'm so grateful to sit with you here, because personally you inspire me to be better.
Thank
No,
you.
you do. And I just want to say, keep doing the great work that you're doing. And yes, I'll be rooting for you. I can't wait to see you as Minister of Education one day.
I can't wait to.
Thank you for
Watch
gracing
this
us on Check on the Go.
Thank you, Success, for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And it's bye from us. See you soon. Bye.